For the people out there who may be looking for an investment advisor, but they don't know what do I look for? What do I search for? How do I know a good one from a not so good one? Or how do I know if they're the right fit or not? What are your criteria or recommendations for the public?
Yeah, so with all the education, CFP, CFA designations and all that kind of fun stuff, I mean, trust your gut instinct, right? Like if someone is to tell you to invest into this certain product, right? I would probably ask a ton of questions about the product and see if that person can answer you. Like how much they know, right? Can you filter the fluff? For example, if someone tried to sell you a mutual fund, the first thing I would say, okay, well, what's in the fund? Tell me every holding that's in there. Because if that person's telling you to buy this fund, then that person should believe in the fund, should understand what's in the fund. And as Warren Buffett says, you only invest in things you understand. So if he or she's selling you this fund, then he or she should be able to point out everything that's in there. Get to the point, right? Like if I'll invest in it, but like, hey, tell me what's in it, everything.
But if they don't know, then that probably separates them from
exactly
like
so
average versus high performance.
Exactly. So if they start stuttering and they can't tell you what's in it and they start giving you a corporate spiel, then one, they don't really know the product
very well,
what's in the portfolio, and they're just trying to sell you a product. Then maybe that's not the person you want to work with.
Do they is there like that person, do they get some sort of commissions or?
Different organizations operate differently, so they do get compensated at some way.
Okay, we'll talk about the compensation after this topic, but okay, let's go back. How do you separate a good investment advisor versus one that's probably not a good fit? So one is know the product.
Know the product, and actually that advisor will take the time to understand you, right? Take the time to understand you, your objectives, your circumstances, and then come up with a plan that's tailored to you. And you can tell, again, trust your gut instinct, right? If you're talking to this person and you feel that they're just kind of rushing through the process, right? They're not, they're kind of listening, but they're not really listening to you, and they just kind of want to just get you to sign the dotted line. Like that's probably not the best person you want to work with, right? In my opinion, like, you know, taking the time to understand everything, your needs, your objectives, your circumstance, then coming out with a proposal that's really truly unique to your situation, knowing your products. Do you guys get along? Like, right? Do you like the guy or girl? Like, can we communicate properly? And then does the advisor, you know, do proper follow-ups, right? If they don't do proper follow-ups, then if they can't even do a proper follow-up today, what makes you think that they'll continue to follow up with you?
So that's kind of like customer service.
Yeah, customer service, right? It could, because in our world, and in part yours as well, is our financial circumstances change. We need to review. So I like to review, I like to touch base with my clients every 3 months. Big or small, like I still want to let you know what's going on. If you don't care, that's one thing, but it's my job to you I should tell you what's going on, right? So that's what I'm saying, the follow-up work is very important, because if at the beginning they can't even do that, what makes you think that they can do it down the road? Right? So those are kind of the things that I look for if I was looking for an advisor.
Okay. Interesting, because in real estate, I follow with my clients, but not so regularly, because sometimes I feel like they're like, oh, like Gary's trying to pitch me something, or like he wants to ask for referrals, or he's like, so like it's not like sometimes, and that's why, like, you know, I might give them a call or send them a card or whatever, but like I don't call them every couple months, but hey, how you doing? Just want to follow up, because they're like, okay, what are you trying to sell me? Like, you know, or what do you want me to buy or whatever. So it's like a little bit tricky, because in our industry we get perceived as, you know, the pushy salesman, whereas investment advisor, they don't really have that reputation, I think.
It just comes down to, you know, your tone, your genuine, are you sincere about your follow-up, right? Like,
and usually, but they have a portfolio with you, right? And so you're managing their portfolio. Of course, you can respond, okay, I'm managing your portfolio, this is how your portfolio is doing. But in real estate, well, at least in how I do my real estate, I help my clients buy and sell and build them a real estate portfolio. But I don't, like, for those who don't have a real estate portfolio, like let's say they bought a home or they sold a home, I can't call them and be like, oh, you know, so this is how your portfolio is doing. They're like, I don't have a portfolio, I just sold my home. Then it's like awkward.
It's very different, right? But I think it just comes
strategic.
But I think it just comes down to, at the end of the day, you know, it's being sincere and genuine. Right? Whether you're being pushy or not, I think it just comes down to, you know, where are you coming from?